Hello everyone, this is Bryant with sfftsource.com, your premier guide to Six Flags Fiesta Texas. I know it's been a while. We have not been here since they announced Werewolf Gorge at FT92, but I wanted to get one more visit in before the summer was over because there are things going on here at the park. Of course, we need to check out what's going on with Werewolf Gorge and see where we are at on that construction. They have also completely removed Kid Flash Cosmic Coaster after it's been standing but not operating for a while. And they opened a brand new Tex-Mex restaurant that I'm very excited to check out in Crack-Axle Canyon. And like this park tends to do, there's all kinds of little hidden things that are happening, improvements around the park, changes that enhance the guest experience, so I'm excited to discover those with y'all. Now, of course, Six Flags has had a weird go of it this year with ride maintenance and how many trains they're running, capacity, things like that. Fiesta Texas is not immune to those things, so we will talk a little bit about what's going on with ride downtime, refurbishments, things like that, because there are a few big ones going on here right now. Let's head into the park. Y'all, right inside the front gate, you take a left, you end up here at the Chupacabra roller coaster. This is our first stop of the day because they have worked a little bit on the theming elements, and first thing I'm noticing is right here on the entrance sign, these little decorative pieces to the left and right of Chupacabra are definitely new. So just a little thing. There is something in the queue though that we'll go check out. And it's all really, you know, just small touches, but as you come through the queue, you run into these fun statues that match the whole Chupacabra theme, my goodness. But these are really fun. And there's one that faces the other way too. It looks like it is the same design as this spooky guy right here. Now, the one thing I will say is Chupacabra is only running one train right now. So this is kind of our first of the limited running situations. Chupacabra here. It's not too busy here right now though. I believe the wait's about 20 minutes, so you know, the wait would probably be 5 minutes with two trains, but it is what it is. We popped off in the gift shop right up here near the front in Los Festivales. They've got some new Space Jam shirts. So these start at $30. I really like these. These are fun. I don't know which one I would pick. Let me know in the comments. Which one would you pick? They also have this refillable drinkware situation going on where you can purchase one of these cups and it is $8.99 for all-day refills. Let me see here. I can't tell if it comes with refills the day of the purchase. The cup is $20 though, but here is your selection of those cups here. So just something a little bit nicer than the plastic cup. And if you're feeling a little cold on this 100-degree day, you can grab you a Space Jam jacket as well. They are really cool though, but man, it's hot. All right, now we're talking. $52, you can get you a Roadrunner Express sweater. It's got the little logo on the front. The back has like a more defined logo. These are fun. It's very simple, but it's park specific, which I always appreciate. Is this the same? Yeah, this is the same, just a smaller version of it. They've also got some for, it looks like Boomerang and Iron Rattler, so home of the Boomerang. They almost got the colors right. It's the thought that counts. These are running $45. There is a shirt version for starting at $30. And I think the Rattler one is on the other side. Yeah, this one is a little bit more my jam as far as the palette and the design of it. As we leave Six Flags Mercado, you run into Zaragoza Theater over here. This is actually the last weekend of live shows. The FiestaLuz drone show will run for one more weekend. I believe August 9th is the last day of that, but by the time you're seeing this, you pretty much have one chance to catch summer shows before they start gearing up for Fright Fest. As we head into Crack Axle Canyon, you run into the entrance to Hurricane Harbor, the water park. Now, this will be operating on select dates into September, so if you're curious about Hurricane Harbor, we did do a full video tour of this earlier this year that I'm going to pop in the video links right now. We're here at the construction site of Werewolf Gorge, and kind of as I suspected, it doesn't really look like anything has happened. It looks like maybe they've started marking out where the footers go, but I was really hoping we'd have footers by now, because that would kind of tell us what kind of schedule this ride is running in terms of when it opens. But yeah, it's pretty, I don't know. So if we're just going off of what's going on in the rest of the chain, you have a log ride coming to Carowinds, you have some kind of new roller coaster coming to Great America. It looks like both of those have footers already poured, and they have pieces of track and things arriving on site. So if we're comparing timelines, that's why I say I'm a little bit worried, because it really looks like not a ton has happened here since they made the announcement. So I feel like these directional signs have been redone at some point in the not so long ago past, but they're themed to the area, and I like that. Just small little things. All right, I've been paying attention to Roadrunner Express, and definitely looks like it's running one train right now as well. So, whew, that's rough in the summer. And also Iron Rattler right next to it. The queue is pouring down, and it's not a busy day at the park, but we've got a 35-minute wait on this bad boy. And they bought a third train. Why is this running one train? Am I losing my mind? So like, if y'all remember, we had this debacle already where when they had to do maintenance on Iron Rattler, they had to go down to one train because they only had two, but they bought a third one. So why? There it goes. Why are they running one train? That's crazy. That defeats the purpose. As you head towards the entrance of Dr. Diabolical's Cliffhanger, you've got this building here, and they have actually redone the themed signage on the side. So this was like a Western John Deere type of deal, ad, if you want to call it. But the sign, you know, it was looking a little rough, so they completely replaced it, rethemed it to Dr. Diabolical. Still got the same vibe to it. This is really fun. And right beyond that cool new sign is technically the back of the Conjuring Haunted House. Looks like they've got some work going on in there for Fright Fest, but I'm curious if this is going to be like the interactive version of that haunt like we saw at some of the Legacy Cedar Fair parks. I think that would be a good like step in the right direction to freshen this up a little bit, but time will tell. They did such a great job with these refill stations, but they only help if they're open. I feel like Crack Axle Canyon's just having a really rough go of it in general during our visit, because when I was here 2 months ago, Daredevil Dive Flying Machines really looked like it was approaching the end of its refurb, but still not open, and still a pretty decent amount of things taken apart. The bright side is those ride vehicles are looking real fresh, so it did get the full do-over. But I mean, this thing's been closed like since like January at least, so quite an extended amount of downtime for sure. Yes, the beautiful sprayings of the people on Gully Washer. But we're not here for that, even though it's very tempting. We are here because La Cocina de Cobre has been open for a while now and we haven't tried it yet. I'm very excited. Brand new food offering here at Six Flags Fiesta Texas, and they've renovated this restaurant as well. They do have some signage out front to give you a quick rundown of the menu. Pretty standard Tex-Mex type of things you would find in this area, but definitely more than the bare minimum, which I love. So I don't know what to try. The flautas are kind of calling to me. I don't know. We stepped into the serving area and wow, this looks phenomenal. This looks really good. And they've opened it up to the little indoor seating area that's over there on this side. Love to see indoor things. That is for sure. Here's a little bit of a better look at the menu so you can see pricing and you can see what's on the dining plan. Feel free to pause the video. Alright folks, we stuck with it. We went with the flautas plate, got some sour cream on top, and also got the Mexican corn there. It also came with the tortilla chips, so you get an entree, and then you can get a side, which is like the rice, the beans, the corn. I went ahead and did the corn. It was kind of the most interesting looking thing. Alright y'all, let's give these flautas a try. It's definitely a little bit on the heavier side. I took way too big of a bite for sure. But yeah, the crust is nice and flaky and fresh, and it does kind of overshadow the chicken that's on the inside a little bit. But I just love that it's a different option. Try the corn, which they've had corn, at this park for a while, but it's got the hints of the Mexican corn, but it is definitely pretty tame. But it's got good seasoning on it. I don't know. This is, in my opinion, way better than having, like 30 hamburger stands. I think this is kind of a home run. You've got the indoor serving line now. You've got the upgraded kitchen. We're sitting in an air-conditioned dining area. It's great. I have to modify my food review. I got deeper into that flauta, and that thing got super good. I don't know. I've done this a few times where I take like the first bite and you're on like the outside crust of something and you're like, it's pretty good, but I want something else. Well, nah. You get deep into that thing, it's got tons of flavor. So make sure y'all come check this out. It's really good, and it's on the dining plan. What a sight to behold, my friends. Kid Flash is no more. The station and the queue are still there, of course, but the ride itself completely gone. What a thing. I feel really bad for Six Flags because, it's not their fault that this didn't work. Now, the craziest part of this whole thing to me is they actually sold one of these to a family entertainment center, and the reason they got rid of it here is because the ride didn't work. Like, it was designed and in a way that like it just didn't work. So I'm really curious to see how that's going to pan out at another place that has, just what I would assume less engineering from their side and probably not as busty of a maintenance department. So I don't know. It's like, seemed like I wouldn't have touched that, but we have ventured over to the entrance of this DC Universe area, and I still can't get over just how photogenic this area of the park turned out. It's like just night and day what it used to be. The crazy music thing is happening in this park too. They're playing The Power of Love by Huey Lewis and the News here in this DC Universe section. And based off the dispatch times over here at Superman Krypton Coaster, they are running 2 trains, which is good news. We were not doing too good as we went through Crack Axle Canyon. We're going to enjoy the views of Superman, and I'm going to try to block out the fact that they're just playing random country music in this section. And over here at DC Supervillain Swing, we've got the same situation that we had last time we were here at the park. It's just gone. They They've taken this off of the ride pad to do a refurb, but doesn't look like it's moving really any quicker than Daredevil Dive Flying Machine. So just, you know, they're flat rides, right? But, you know, someone loves them, so. And we popped over onto the boardwalk, and, you know, Fireball seems like it's never really having too good of a time either. It looks like it's down. I don't know if it's being refurbished or what the actual ride vehicle is on the loop, whatever you want to call it, but yeah, not operating right now. As we trek through Rockville, I've noticed more of these fun sign makeovers like we saw in Crack Axle Canyon. This one also comes with Demon Bugs Bunny. Here in Spotsburg, if you come over to Studio 6F, you'll notice that they've got quite a blockade on the door here. That's an interesting mix of materials, but they do have the windows blacked out and everything, and based off of what the park has said, they are just doing a renovation of this, so should reopen, and I think it'll still be Studio 6F once it comes back. But yeah, even on the other side here, just all blocked out. They're not showing you what's going on. Now, probably the most surprising refurb situation in the dead of summer is Bugs Whitewater Rapids, the log ride. So they've got this completely drained, which tells me they're doing some fairly extensive work on this. So it must have needed some things that could not have waited until cooler temperatures. But I'm also pretty confident, wow, the sun's being weird, but also pretty confident that they are getting some new boats for Bugs Whitewater Rapids. That's not anything that's been announced, but looking forward to that as well, getting a full fleet of boats, getting this thing running as good as possible when it comes back. The sun is slowly setting here at Fiesta Texas. We're sticking around because we want to check out the FiestaLuz drone show before it ends. All right, everyone, that does it for this very long day here at Fiesta Texas, and I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just one of the first times I've stayed here a really long time during the summer until nighttime. Not something I usually do, don't love the heat, but so I'll be honest with y'all, we started going through talking about the one train ops at the beginning of the video, Chupacabra, Iron Rattler, Roadrunner Express. I also experienced it on Wonder Woman and Poltergeist, so a lot of one train ops on top of the ride closures and refurbishments we showed you. Fiesta Texas is not immune to whatever in the world this chain is doing with how their rides are being refurbished and the timelines and things like that. I really think it's just like bad timing for most of these parks, if that makes sense. I don't think it's anything else. I think there's just weird things coming down from the top, maybe. I don't know. But all the employees were really friendly. The park was clean. We had a fun time overall. We caught some shows. Didn't film them just because we've filmed them in a previous video. And then we got to FiestaLuz, the drone show. Now, I'm a firework guy, so the the drone shows don't really do anything for me. And you know, I think at a place like this, where you did fireworks for so long and it's so part of the park's identity, I think it's really interesting to do this. One thing that I do appreciate is that it's every day, or I should say every evening. The other thing that I appreciated was it tied in with the park's theme really well. But that being said, it was like less than 10 minutes long, and you had the little spurt of fireworks at the end, which made me want fireworks even more once I saw those. So just my honest opinion, not a bad show. If you're into drones, it's perfectly fine and it's fun, but it's definitely crazy to watch them like self-destruct, which for some reason happens here all the time. Like a quarter of the drones just self-destruct during the show, but you know, what are you gonna do? Let me know in the comments below, have you seen the drone show, and what do you think? You have some more chances to catch it. It does run until August 9th. So there are a couple actual fireworks shows in between there, so just pay attention to the schedule that the park puts out. If y'all have any questions about Fiesta Texas, make sure to check out sfftsource.com. That is our guide to the park. We've got ride wait times, show times. It all updates live as things are happening, so it's a really nice tool when you're planning your visit to the park. But also, don't hesitate to ask us in the comments below. We thank y'all for watching. Take care, and we'll see you soon.